Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Season 2 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we were slowly losing hope to a spreading infection in Rowan Pelt's back. Now, he has been going around trying to do things like participate in patrols, even though he shouldn't be moving much at all. But, he's been crawling around camp trying to get involved in stuff, and I think all of that extra activity has caused an infection to spread in his back, and now he is starting to notice that his health is visibly failing compared to this kind of disability almost that he has had for so many moons now, but he can day by day see himself kind of fading away. Which is so sad, and I'm really worried about how Reed Daisy is going to take all of this. Like, she's still not out of her grief from losing her sister, and I think losing this new mate is going to make things a lot more complicated. But let's go ahead, dive straight into events, and see whether or not Rowan Pelt is going to survive. I'm pretty sure Reed Daisy's mother, Gracewipe, the mediator, was also trying to, even though she mediated between the two of them, to try and grow their love, she was trying to afterwards kind of mentally prepare her daughter for when Rowan Pelt does pass away. So okay, let's skip a moon and see what happens. We don't have any birth and death notices, guys, which is good. With the heightened focus of the clan, 14 additional pieces of prey were gathered. At the gathering, Slumberroach tells Lynx Clan's leader that he thinks Lynx Clan looks stronger than ever. Dark Pounce tells herself that she can't let these feelings consume her. Instead, she has to learn to live with it. Bubbling Gil does his best to further prop up Rowan Pelt's body. He feels growing concern at the rancid smell coming from the broken and twisted part of Rowan Pelt's back. So he hasn't died, but the infection is getting worse. Oh my goodness. Okay, let us dive into the medicine cat den real quick to see what's going on here. Yeah, that infection is getting worse on his broken back. Dark Pounce tells herself that she can't let these feelings consume her. Instead, she has to learn to live with it, so she is finally out of her grief. Rowan Pelt was given ragwort, which we collected in the last episode, as treatment for broken back. They will be less likely to die. I don't know, Bubbling Gale, you're telling me this, but his infection is also getting worse. I mean, at least in the last episode, he could just kind of shuffle around a little bit. Well, not really, but he could crawl around a little bit, but you had to prop him up this moon, so I don't know. It's like his strength is completely abandoning him. Bubbling Gale gathered cobwebs and catmint this moon. Okay, let's check out relationships. Dark Pounce doesn't believe Bubbling Gale when he explains that a rumor about him is false. Bubbling Gale nods politely as Buttercup Dusk passes by. Dark Pounce just told Lystar a hilarious joke. Dark Pounce smells something strange on Reed Daisy. I wonder if that strange smell is because Reed Daisy has been hanging around Rowan Pelt, and we know how Bubbling Gale mentioned earlier that he can smell like something rancid from the infection on Rowan Pelt's back, and I think some of that is kind of rubbing off on Reed Daisy because of the amount of time she's spending with him. Oh, this is so sad. Lystar and Shadow Swirl worked well together on a patrol. Lystar can't help but feel uneased at Rowan Pelt's words lately. Oh no! I think Rowan Pelt has kind of accepted his fate, and he is just talking about himself and life in a very grim way. And Lystar, he doesn't like it. He's feeling uneasy because now he's wondering, okay, I made this decision before Rowan Pelt had an infection in his back. I made this decision thinking that my daughter would find a companion and she would kind of heal from her grief, but now it seems as though the person or the cat I picked out for her is on the road to death, and that's just gonna send her further into a spiral. Slumberroach sees a clanmate complimenting Burrowshine and feels a pang of envy. Slumberroach includes Plumraven in a conversation that Plumraven struggled to join. When Gracewipe gets hurt, Dark Pounce is the first to ask if she's okay. Gracewipe helps Stone Speck with something she was struggling with. Plum Raven wants to explore the whole territory with Burrowshine. That is actually really cute. Plum Raven is wanting to spend some time with her daughter. I'm pretty sure in the previous episode they went on a patrol together, or they were doing something together, so that's really nice. Lystar greatly embarrassed himself in front of Reed Daisy. Yeah, I think Lystar, he's been I feel like he's been tiptoeing around Reed Daisy a little bit, because now he's second-guessing his decision to put Reed Daisy together with Rowan Pelt. I think he's starting to second-guess his decision, and he's become a bit concerned around Reed Daisy. Cloudfur said something the other day that made Buttercup Dusk nervous. Stonespeck overhears Cloudfur humming a comforting tune. Burrowshine thinks clanmates talk more highly of Lystar than her. Burrowshine got a bunch of cats off for morning stretches, and they didn't like it. Bubbling Gale doesn't want to apologize to Rowan Pelt for something. Bubbling Gale! That's your own son! Oh. You know what? I just realized this, but Bubbling Gale, I just realized this. Sorry, sometimes the family relations kind of go over my head, but because I feel like there's so many things for me to remember. But Bubbling Gale, guys, this whole time, I mean, he's the medicine cat. He's been treating Rowan Pelt, and he keeps telling us in the medicine cat log that Rowan Pelt will be, like, he will heal, he'll be less likely to die. He's been saying these things, and I haven't been believing him. And every time we skip a moon, he's kind of proven wrong. It just clicked to me that Bubbling Gale is Rowan Pelt's father. So obviously no one's going to want to say or admit that their son is dying, or even give up on their son's recovery. So that totally makes sense to me. Bubbling Gale, as a medicine cat, is trying his best, but also, if it was becoming clear that Rowan Pelt wouldn't make it, I think Bubbling Gale would be a little bit in denial. Yeah. And Rowan Pelt is probably telling his father, like, it's okay, you did your best. I won't blame you. But Bubbling Gale, he doesn't want to apologize to Rowan Pelt for failing him. He wants to believe that Rowan Pelt is going to get better. Okay, Cloudfur gets some good advice from Stonespeck about something trivial, and Shadow Swirl sees Stonespeck help a clanmate get unstuck from some brambles. It seems as though that's all we have for events, so let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. We are continuing in the cat list. We have had some changes to loyalties. So guys, Lystar has just lost 2 of his loyalists. He's lost Grey Swipe and Stonespeck, and they have joined his anti-loyalists over here. I'm thinking that with Grey Swipe, I mean, in the last episode, she was very worried for her daughter, and preparing her for Rowan Pelt eventually dying. And I think Grey Swipe now is feeling, I mean, beforehand, she kind of, for a few moons, became loyal to Lystar because they were both grieving for the death of their daughter Crocusfade. But now that she's kind of come out of her grief, Grey Swipe is focusing on Reed Daisy, and she feels as though Lystar made the wrong decision to pair Reed Daisy with a dying cat. And so she has kind of, like, she's lost her loyalty to him because she believes that he did the wrong thing. She's not happy with that because she feels like that's bringing their remaining daughter more pain. So I think that's why Grey Swipe has kind of swapped teams. And then Stonespeck, she, I think, in the similar vein, is getting worried for her brother Rowan Pelt. And she also is feeling sad for Rowan Pelt and Reed Daisy both. I mean, Reed Daisy is Rowan Pelt's first romantic attachment ever. And I think Stonespeck believes that Rowan Pelt wouldn't want Reed Daisy to be sad after his passing. And so she, just like Grey Swipe, feels like Lystar's decision is just going to bring more pain to Reed Daisy and Rowan Pelt. So I think that's what's going on over here. They've become anti-loyalists as a result of this pairing between Reed Daisy and Rowan Pelt. If Rowan Pelt was healthy, then I'm sure they would have felt differently about it, but because he's not, it's kind of tough. Okay, real quick, let's jump to Grey Swipe and do some mediation between Reed Daisy and Rowan Pelt. I can totally imagine them two wanting to spend as much time together as possible. They still are not in love with one another yet, but they do kind of like each other a lot. It's so sad, but you know, as Rowan Pelt's time is coming to an end, he and Reed Daisy are getting more and more emotionally connected to one another. Okay, so we had some romantic interest increase, platonic like, respect, comfort increase, and jealousy decrease. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what all the cats are getting up to today. Lystar thinks that he's the best hunter in the clan. Slumber Roach feels inspired to craft a new legend based on recent events. Bubbling Gale reminisces on his time with Night Ember. Aww, Bubbling Gale. That's adorable. Are you connected to Night Ember in any way? You are not. But that's intriguing. That's intriguing. Grace Wipe saw a kitty pet sitting calmly next to a dog. Plum Raven is thinking about a strange tool-like object she saw recently. Reed Daisy is worried Shadow Swirl is overworking herself. Okay. Buttercup Dusk hopes the deputy won't assign him to the next patrol. Okay. I'm wondering if Buttercup Dusk is hoping the deputy won't assign him to a solo patrol, but I think he enjoyed his patrol last time, or maybe he doesn't want to go on a patrol with the deputy. I have no clue. Stone Speck daydreams about being a warrior in the Lion Clan. Burrow Shine saw a two-leg petting a Lona. Rowan Pelt cleans the clearing of fallen leaves. Look at him, even though he shouldn't be doing anything at all, he's still crawling around trying to do something. Cloudfur hopes the deputy assigns her to the next patrol. Okay, so Buttercup Dusk doesn't want to be assigned, but his previous apprentice, Cloudfur, she wants to be assigned. Okay. Shadow Swirl is finding Plum Raven annoying. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why she's finding her mother annoying. Yeah. Dark Pounds is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Okay. So we have finished with what the cat's doing for the day. I'm going to cut the recording here and we will continue with patrols. Let us resume over here. Really quickly, guys, I think one of you lovelies in one of the previous episodes commented about the max number of kittens and said that 6 is definitely confirmed the max number of kittens. Because you guys were playing with, I think, the Life Gen mod, and so you were using, hold on a second, yeah, because you were playing the source code version, and 6 is definitely the max number of kittens, so thank you so much for letting me know about that. I do appreciate it. So I don't have to worry about having 7 cats, but apparently 6 kittens is rare. So we lucked out. We really lucked out. But okay, Bubbling Gale. Let's send you out first of all, and we are going to have, after this, it seems a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 1. Okay, let's go on. He'd better take the opportunity to harvest while they can. Bubbling Gale doesn't have much time left before many herbs will leave Luminous Clan's territory with the cold of Leaf Bear. Proceed. Bubbling Gale carefully picks out Catmin from its known hiding places, carrying it back to camp, where it will be stored away from excitable warriors. And I imagine Bubbling Gale, every time he goes out to do his herb gathering now, it's with a sense of desperation to try and find some cure for his son. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, let's see what the deputy has assigned for the patrol of 6. Okay. So Burrow Shine, Slumber Roach, Plum Raven, Shadow Swirl, Buttercup Dusk, and Cloudfur are going to have a patrol together, and then Stone Speck is going to go on her own. And I don't think she's ever gone on her own, so I'm a little bit worried, but hopefully she's going to be okay. Let's go. No! Guys, we cannot deal with another death. We can't. We're not ready. No. What's gonna happen if Buttercup Dusk dies? If Buttercup Dusk dies, we lose our 1st and 3rd bloodlines. No. No, guys. No. I mean, our 2 breeding cats are back at camp. They didn't come out on patrol, so we won't lose them. But this is not okay. This is not okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. As the patrol is marking the borderlines, a gang of rogues strides confidently out from behind a tumble of rocks, yowling as they confront the clan cats. Ah! Guys, this is so sad. This is the third. I tell you, in all of season 1, we didn't even have a single rogue ambush. Not even one. We have not even gone halfway through season 2, and this is like the third rogue ambush. It's almost as though these rogues have moved in. They know that our clan has, become weak, and they are just continuously hammering us with ambushes. Let's see, what skills do we have? Law keeping, storytelling, advising, running, swimming, speaking, fighting, caretaking. And our traits, childish, sneaky, loving, responsible, playful. I have no idea. This could go either way. Let us proceed. The rogues posture and jeer, eventually provoking a battle. They prove to be strong fighters, and the patrol is forced to retreat. Shadowswirl is badly injured. Oh no, Shadowswirl got a mangled tail, but thank goodness all our cats survived. I was so sure that we were going to lose 3 to 5 cats. But thankfully, I think this patrol, because we had more experienced group of cats maybe, managed to fend off against those cats, the rogues. Either between the experience, and the skills, personalities that we had, we managed to fend them off, but Shadowswirl got a mangled tail. Now this is dangerous, just as dangerous as a broken back, because cats can actually die from the mangled tail. Now, Dark Pounce, she in her younger days did get a mangled tail. She ended up healing from that, and she had like a scar on her tail instead. But, Shadowswirl could pass away from this. Oh my goodness. Okay, and now I'm scared to send out Stone Speck because we have rogues in the area. Okay, did I even talk about the prey amount we have? I don't think I did, but we have 84.5 prey and we need 35.5. Let's go. Stone Speck tastes the air and perks up. There's a squirrel nearby, nibbling on some nuts near the base of a tree. Proceed. The wind suddenly shifts and the squirrel jerks its head up in alarm. Stone Speck thinks fast, bolting to cut off its escape before delivering the killing blow. Okay, a medium amount of prey is brought to camp, so she had a very successful time hunting, thank goodness. I feel like we have been kind of running a bit low on food. It wasn't too long ago where we had like a stash of 300 prey, and now we're kind of down to like 91. We have 91.7, and Shadowswirl with her mangled tail. Oh no. I'm so glad though that our cats managed to make it out of that ambush alive. I was so worried that our clan was gonna get even smaller. Because I'm emotionally prepared to lose Rowan Pelt at this point. I have prepared myself that we will be losing Rowan Pelt at this point, and potentially Shadowswirl now. So it's so sad, guys. It's just so sad. Okay, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.